Hello, welcome back to Pentiment. It's me, a Prustian, and I am on my way to the abbey. That's right. Snow is creeping down the mountains. Winter will be here soon. Yeah, I suppose that's right. It's November, isn't it? I think the idea here. Okay, I didn't quite mean to go this way, but now that I am going this way, I want to check it out. Okay, those are both locked. Alright. Was to see if there was anything left with if the convent, if the nuns knew anything. That's right. I should talk to Sister Gertrude since she was a Benedictine nun at Kearsall before the poor Clares arrived. That's what she looks like, right. I think she was the one who was helping us with the oat galls. She would be able to tell me all about the convent's history for the mural. This is Kraft, one of the annoying guys, I think. Oh, hey there. Hello, Kraft. What are you doing here? Nothing. Aren't you supposed to be, well, doing whatever you do all day long? What I do is none of your concern, Mags. If you're doing something improper, it'll soon be the concern of Big George to begin with. Damn, caught by the Imperial law herself. What, I'm not allowed to just stand near the shrine in the convent? Okay, I think she might go with this one. I've turned you down so many times you've decided to go after nuns instead. Oh, this'll be remembered. Oh no. Why not? One of them is quite attractive in my age, I think. Since you're such a bitch, what else am I supposed to do? There aren't many options in this town. Yeah, Kraft, this is why no one likes you. You're one of the few that do for a spouse. Eat shit, Kraft Bauer. Don't get mad at me, Mags. I only say what God deems right. Uh-huh. Happily submit yourselves to your husband and all that shit. Do I go with the religious argument or do I just peace out? Um, yeah, we'll argue. And husbands, give yourself up to your wives as Christ for the church. Ha, whatever. Sooner or later you'll run out of options, so you'll come around. If not, I suppose you can always join the convent. You'd fit right in. Roll your eyes. This is going nowhere. I'm leaving. Alright. Sure. Alright, Kraft. Here, we'll go in the shrine. It's been a while. The hand of St. Moritz. The poor Clares take care of it now that the Benedictines are gone. It was such a big deal for the town to have the shrine and to have the hand, like, taken care of. So I guess I'm glad it still is. But it feels like it'd be harder to get people to come when, I don't know, there's this burned out husk of an abbey nearby. Maybe that's just me. Hey, Gertrude. Oh, God bless you, Magdalene. I didn't expect to see you in the convent grounds today. What brings you up here? God bless you, sister. I was hoping you could help me with the rat house mural. Oh, did you need more paint? I believe I have enough galls stored away. No, thank you, sister. I have more than enough paint. I wanted to ask you about the history of Kearsall, actually. You know, speaking of the paint and the materials and the galls and the ink, the thread puller who's writing those notes in that interesting purple ink, where are they getting the ink? I have so many questions about the thread puller, right? Like, where's the ink coming from? How are they so good at script? You know, who are they? Why are they pulling these threads that they're pulling? Are they still doing it, 18 years later? Why the lull? I mean, I assume maybe they're picking it up again in connection to the mural, but who are they? Like, Anyways, I'd like to include the Abbey's founding and the history of Tassing Saints to the Rat House mural. I wrote to Reverend Matthew since he lived at the Abbey, but wanted to see the place firsthand. Ah, Brother Matthew became a reverend, did he? He was always suited to such a role. But I don't suppose that's what you came up the hill for. You're curious about the saint's history, yes? Yes, I was hoping you could show me around the convent and tell me about its history. Hmm. The poor Clares don't allow outsiders within the convent, even other women. Mother Francisca wouldn't like anyone coming in for such a worldly concern. Francisca, okay. Hmm. Well, that makes my job difficult. Let me finish Magdalene Druckerin. Okay, let's see. However, Mother Francisca always welcomes those who are considering joining the order. If a young woman sincerely considered joining the convent, she may be allowed to enter and observe the sisters. Who knows what else she may discover while contemplating the holy life? Hmm? Look at Gertrude's face. Huh. Ah, yes, I see. Touring the convent will take some time. Would you like to go see Mother Francisca now? Huh. You know what? Why not? We're here. Let's do it. Yes, let's go. Mother Francisca, I'd like to introduce Magdalene Druckerin, the printer's daughter. Yes. God bless you, Magdalene. Father Thomas told us of your father's condition, and we pray for his recovery daily. Oh, thank you, Abbess. Such is our duty to serve the Lord and the community that provides for us. Now, what is this about? Sister Gertrude, you know our holy rules. Why bring young Mistress Druckerin to me? Forgive me, Mother. Magdalene is searching for a place in the world and is contemplating the holy life. I thought observing the sisters might aid her in her spiritual search. She was encouraged by the idea. Right, yes. I wonder that you've never come up to the Abbey before, Mr. Struckerin. If God is calling you to the convent, I am more than willing to help you fulfill that divine cause. What brought this change on? Why are you interested in joining the poor Clares? Hmm. I'm not gonna lie. Uh, and the first one I feel like she would have a hard time saying, but we'll go with this one. I'm not I feel like I go back and forth with Magdalene. Does she want to marry? Does she not? She can be ambivalent about it. Well, if I become a sister, I won't have to marry, which is far better than being stuck bearing kids for the rest of my life. Magdalene, I do not encourage such a reason for joining the order. Remember, the Lord commanded man to be fruitful and multiply. However, I understand if the Lord brings you to the convent for such a reason. Some women are born barren. If you truly desire the holy life, then you are more than welcome to observe the sisters. Please come. I am happy to tell you more of our order. I don't think Magdalene wants to join the holy life and become a nun, but I do think she wants to be a printer, and continue doing that. And not like only a wife and mother. Um, our small convent used to be part of the larger Kearsall Double Monastery, as I'm sure you've been told by Sister Gertrude. However, the poor Clares live far differently than the Benedictines that once lived here. We believe that it is not ours to produce, and live solely on the alms of the community of Tassing, as they see fit to give. Likewise, none of the sisters here own any personal property. We share this convent as a gift from the church. We believe that the Lord called us into a life of poverty and service. Does such a life appeal to you, Magdalene? I'm not entirely certain yet. I'd like to explore and look around, get a feel for the place. Magdalene, you must not have understood me. We have deliberately closed ourselves off from the world. I won't have a lay woman bothering the sisters from their duties or disturbing our rule. However, I will allow Sister Suzanne to show you our duties. Please take your time. When you have finished, please come find me and we will discuss your decision to join. Finally, I thought she'd never finish. What? Truthfully, I'm not here to join the convent. I'm looking for reference for a mural I'm painting in the rat house. Um, well, I'm going to take a look around. Where are we going first? Um, the convent has many parts: the kitchen, the loquarium, the chapter house, the yard, the old workshop, though no one uses that old shed anymore. I'll leave it to you to decide where to go first. Okay. How about the chapel? It's right there. Huh. Anno Mortis, Imperatoris, etc. This is the chapel, where we all gather for Mass and liturgy. It's the oldest part of the convent. And the most drafty. Hello again, Sister Gertrude. The sisters have done some minor retouches over the years, but it has represented the abbey from its earliest days. Oh, there's the tower and the library. The cloister is still being constructed here. Yes, the tower was, Bergfried? A freestanding defensive tower not built for permanent habitation. Ah, long before the structure became a monastery. Right, because it was built on Roman ruins. The duchy gifted it to Benedictine order after the whole of Roman Empire grew. They had no use for it as a keep. These walls have protected Tassing from attacks of spirit and steel for generations. Huh, there's Latin here too. God called Lady Sabine to lead our sisters and brothers in 1261. Lord Kirsau's castle was destroyed by fire in the year of the death of Emperor Frederick XI, or the Second. Only the tower remained. Well done, Magdalene. Yes, the first lists the abbey's founding date. The Lady Kirsau was actually the one to suggest the old castle be turned into a double monastery. We added the second shortly after the revolt. Mother Illuminata thought it would be fitting, even if the sisters were not here. Some record of what occurred would remain. Okay. I was like, for a second I thought this place has burned down before, but they were referencing that fire specifically. Kirsau is unique. A double monastery with two saints, one male and one female, to guard the town and abbey. Huh. So the foundation of the abbey was even older than the Holy Roman Empire. Many things have been built and torn down on this land over generations. Who knows what else used to be here? You're right, sister. This mural will be a great reference for the rat house. Then I'm glad to have helped. God bless you, Magdalene. Absolutely. Okay, convent cloister. Wait, do I have a map of this place? I do. Okay, so the chapel, we've got the kitchen, aquarium, etc. Okay, let me try going to the kitchen then first. Oh, hello, Margaret. Hello, Margaret. It's Magdalene. She has a cat? Oh, Magdalene, God bless you. You don't normally come to the convent alone. What brings you here? Not that you're not welcome, of course. It's always wonderful to have visitors. I had some spare time and thought I would say hello. Oh, well, hello. Haha. It's good to hear your voice, though. I enjoy it when outsiders visit the convent. Do you miss the outside world much, sister? Yes, sometimes. I miss the other Benedictine sisters especially. She'd never admit it, but Sister Lisbeth had the most wonderful voice. I always stood next to her if I could. Why stay then? Why didn't you leave when the Benedictines left Kiersau? Huh, truth be told, I was too frightened to leave. Kiersau is my home. I didn't like the idea of becoming accustomed to a new place. Learning the convent's ins and outs was hard enough. It's true. I think if you were blind, it would be just that much more fraught to make a big change like that. I never went outside the convent much anyway. I know where everything is here, even if it's changed over the years. Sister Gertrude had already planned to stay, too. The garden always needs tending, and 2 hands make light work. Besides, I can't leave Mousefinger behind. Mousefinger! Ah, of course, she truly is Queen of Kiersau. Has the convent changed very much since the poor Clares arrived? Ah, yes, the food is simpler and some of the prayers are different, but all the chores and gardening is the same. Gertrude misses making ink for the scriptorium, but I enjoyed learning the sisters' new customs. Speaking of which, I should probably return to my chores. Of course, sister. Apologies for interrupting. Not at all, Magdalene. God bless you. Looks like she's doing a chore right now. Gotta keep the cat happy. This is the kitchen. There's not anything that interesting here. Sister Marie and Sister Isabeau take care of most of the kitchen duties, but everyone pitches in when needed. This is where this grate, I think, is what we stole a poker through earlier on with Caspar. How is Caspar? I wonder if we get to see him again. Isabeau? God bless you, Magdalene. God bless you, sister. How goes the cooking? As well as the Lord wills it. My old fingers fumble from time to time, but it is my privilege to prepare supper for the other sisters. That's very noble of you. Just as God gave Paul a thorn in his side, so too did he give me the pains of age to strengthen my faith. Such things are a blessing when compared to the pains Christ carried up upon the cross. Didn't Christ die so that we don't have to suffer unnecessarily? In the next life, yes. But even Christ said we would face hardships while we live on this earth. I have chosen to find meaning and devotion in the Lord through my hardship. Thank you for sharing your perspective with me, sister. You are most welcome, child. God bless you. Hi, Marie. God bless you, child. Are you delivering something? No, sister. I'm learning more about the convent's history so I can finish a mural in town. I see. This kitchen has been used for decades, longer than I've been alive, to be sure. I enjoy preparing meals for the sisters that nourish us, but I can never bring myself to butcher the animals. Sister Isabeau has graciously taken on that task for me. We need sustenance, but I feel butchering any animal is wrong, according to the rule of St. Francis. The rule of St. Benedict Nursia is a book of instructions for monks. Oh, that's right. We've seen that. Oh my god, someone gave the toad a hat. Oh my god. Look at this. The cat. I admit I don't pay as much attention to these at this point anymore. 'Cause it's like, oh, I've seen those. Oh my god, these are incredible. All right. St. Francis, mystic friar and founder of the Franciscan order. Born in Assisi to wealthy parents, St. Francis was called to a life of poverty and preaching. With his follower, St. Clare, he helped found the Order of Poor Clares. Oh, okay. Didn't know that. To cause suffering to any living creature is unnecessary and evil, even if God granted Adam and Eve dominion over the animals. The kitchen seems fairly simple. Is there anything here from the convent's founding days? No more than the structure itself, I'm afraid. Cookware needs replacing over the years. Though some nights a ghost appears to me by the cook fire, a lost spirit trapped between heaven and hell. My word, lady. Sister Marie, not this again. Not to Magdalene, please. Huh. I could say this, but I want to say, what made you think you saw a spirit, sister? The figure rose up through the very ground we stand on at vigils, not a fortnight ago. Dawn and dusk are the hours when the boundaries between this world and the spiritual world are weakest. We may be the newest at rituals here, but this convent is very old, newest arrivals here. Perhaps there was something Roman underneath this foundation centuries before. A spirit may seek to know the presence of God now that it rests on holy ground. A spirit in Kirsau? Why would it come to the convent, though? It breaks my heart to think this spirit was crying out for help, trapped beyond heaven's reach. Why don't we keep going, Magdalene? It's better not to get Sister Marie too upset. Oh, of course. God bless you, sister. God bless you, child. Now I'm like, this is where we popped up to get the poker. Did somebody else come in through the aqueducts? Or does Sister Marie just see things? One wonders. Okay, convent courtyard. Ugh, it's colder today. There's not much in the yard that could help you, I think. Anything that was here has long since been covered in weeds. All I know about this place is that the walls were added when the convent was built onto the monastery. Oh, God bless you, Sister Benedicta. Sister Suzanne, God bless you. Ugh, this ice is hard. Do I recognize you, Sister Benedicta? I think I've seen you in town once or twice. Yes, you'd have seen her. Sister Benedicta is the youngest of the sisters. Mother Francisca allows only one sister to deal with the townsfolk. Benedicta received this privilege. Burden, more like. I have to run around everywhere, gathering all the food and doing all the chores. I'd rather be inside where it's warm. What are you doing up in the convent, anyway? Snooping. Oh, don't let me get in the way, then. What an adventure. Actually, Sister Benedicta, I wanted to ask you some questions. Do you like being a nun? Oh, yes. I don't mind it at all. It's far quieter than home, and I don't have to share my bed with my siblings anymore. I like to help the older sisters, and I don't mind the chores, except when it's cold like this. One more question, Sister Benedicta. Have you seen any mysterious figures or ghosts lately? Ghosts? No, everything has been normal recently. I haven't noticed anything odd. Is this about Sister Marie's ghost? I think it's Mauritius myself. Oh no. Who? Mauritius. Don't tell Mother Francisca this, but I found an old book about Christian legends hidden in the workshop. It said that a Roman commander named... That's where we've heard the name. Named Mauritius conquered Tassing, but the colony failed. Most of the town was empty until Christian refugees found the town hidden in the valley. It was a miracle. Christian refugees? Yes, the book said they were fleeing Roman persecution. Maybe under Nero? I don't remember. A Roman emperor known for his cruelty and persecution of Christians and Jews, as well as his disinterest in the Roman people. He famously fiddled as he watched a fire ravage Rome. Anyway, when Sister Marie said she saw a ghost, I thought it must be Mauritius trying to get us out. A Roman ghost couldn't be happy about his tower being turned into an abbey, could he? What did you do with the book, sister? Oh, well. Um, I had it in with me in the kitchen one day, and I accidentally laid the fire poker on it. Stare in shock and horror. Sister Benedicta! I tried to fix it, but it's unreadable now. Sorry, Magdalene. I think that she would be appalled as a printer's daughter. I can't, I mean, how could. Oh, never mind. Your sister does, or your story does give me an idea for the rat house mural at least. Maybe I can preserve the tale there. Thanks for telling me about the book, sister. I won't tell Mother Francisca. God bless you, sister. Thanks, Magdalene. God bless you. The art studio. The workshop is covered in dust. Yes, this was the Benedictine sisters' workshop. They used to make badges and art for pilgrims coming to see the hand of St. Moritz. It looks like everything was just left here after the fire. Nothing's been used in years. We can't subsist on painting, and the poor Clares don't produce goods for sale, so we have no reason to be in here. Let's see. Just because art isn't essential to survival doesn't means you can't do any kind of painting? That sounds horrible. We have other ways to make art. Singing, telling stories, things like that. But yes, the workshop is off limits. Mother Francisca doesn't let us come in here unless to put something in storage. I've come in a few times and noticed some of the brushes have gone missing. Paint pots, too. Huh. You think one of the sisters is secretly painting? Oh, God, no. We all live too close together. Oh, Lord, no. We all live too close together in the convent for something like that to go unnoticed. In any case, I think it's sad the workshop is left like this. Truthfully, Magdalene, I don't think you should join the convent, even if that's not what you were here to do anyway. Gertrude talks about you, and you seem to love your art. Without it, you'd hate it here. Now that is true. Such valuable paint left to dry and crack on the palettes. It is kind of a shame, isn't it? Huh. There's no parchment scrap here. It's different from the others. This looks like a scrap from a manuscript. There's something written in Latin in the margin. Oh, it's the Mithraeum Tasse. This is like that temple. The Mithraeum of Tassing has been destroyed by a flood. Mithraeum. That's the same word I saw in the Roman section of the mine. Huh. This might be from the book Sister Benedicta found. I wonder why it would mention the Mithraeum. I don't know. It's not a word I ever heard before. Certainly nothing in the convent by that name. Well, the note says the Mithraeum was destroyed, so I suppose it doesn't much matter now. It's an interesting little mystery, though. These old badges are beautiful. I hope the pilgrims who bought them love them too. It is a shame to let a whole art studio like that go to waste. Where else do we have? I guess the Prioress's ground, the Aquarium. Okay. Yeah, let's go back into the Aquarium. We'll go this way. What is the Aquarium, I wonder? Here's the loquarium. Most of the Abbey's visitors come in here, but aren't allowed to enter. We aren't allowed to go into the outside world either. Like Mother Francisca said, isolation is a part of our vows. Sister Gertrude once told me the old Benedictine sisters used to go out into town sometimes, even talk to men on occasion. And I'm stuck here, staring at these walls for the rest of my life. Doesn't seem like Sister Suzanne thinks much of her life here. I can't blame her. Even so, she doesn't seem to have a passion that Sister Gertrude and the others have. I mean, if she hates her life here so much, maybe I should encourage her to leave the order. Better to leave while she still has a future ahead of her. After all, there are plenty of young men in Bavaria who would make good husbands. Still, there may be some reason she chose to stay. I don't want to overstep my bounds. Hmm. You didn't always want to be a poor Clare, sister? Ha! No! Who would want to be a nun? My father promised me to the church as a baby. Some oath he swore when my mother struggled in her pregnancy. So there I was, dropped into the Poor Clares the summer I turned 17. Oh. And they took you in just like that? Nobody asked what you wanted? Why should they? The Poor Clares rely on the offerings of others, even their children, to subsist. My family is devoted to the church. I've only been in the convent for 2 years, but I'm trying my best. I don't mind the prayers or the hours, and I'm sure of my devotion to the Lord, but this isn't what I wanted. But since when did a woman ever get what she wanted without being punished? Eve couldn't even manage it. Hmm. Huh. Yeah, I understand. I have more autonomy to go where I want, but I'm still bound by the expectations of marriage and homemaking. Huh. I remember the days of running around town. I wish I could have gotten married. I wanted to be a mother. Sometimes I get jealous of Sister Gertrude and even Sister Margaret. At least they got to see something of the outside world before they were 20. Hmm. Why don't you leave? Do what? My family wouldn't support me. I have no husband. I have no way to own land or make coin. What could I do but pray? We're better to do that than in a cloister. Thanks for listening, Magdalene. Anyway, let me show you the rest of the cloister. Lead on. Hmm. Well, you've seen the entire convent. There's not much here. What do you think of it? Hmm. I can see why people choose the holy life, but it's not for me. Not without art. I understand. You've dedicated your whole life to your work. You'd struggle to give that up now. It's been so long since I've spoken to anyone from outside the convent. I'm reminded of the life I once had. Now you have me thinking about whether or not I should remain with the sisters. I mean, I think you should go. She's unhappy. Well, but in some ways she's happy. God. I think you should go. Uh, I don't think I'm going to succeed in this. But, I wonder what else I could have gotten. Hmm. Your family just left you here. You don't owe the sisters anything. I do, though. The sisters have taken care of me. They love me, and I love them. Even if this life wasn't my choice, they accepted me. Who knows? Maybe it will get better in time. Maybe. I'll try to help any way I can, even if it's just sneaking around the convent wall to say hello. Really? That would be wonderful. So long as no one found out. Anyway, we should return to Mother Francisca before she suspects something. Yeah, I learned a lot today. Thank you for showing me around the convent. No, thank you, Magdalene. Today has been more interesting than any I can remember in the abbey. Come, let's find Mother Francisca. She'll be wanting to hear what you game? Oh no. Okay. I think we're back just about near where I got cut off before. My internet has recovered so I can play the game. Yeah, come let us find Mother Francisca. She'll be wanting to hear what you thought of the place. Indeed. Well, Magdalene, what is your assessment of the poor Clares? Is the good Lord calling you to a life with us as a sister? Um, I think I prefer my books and printing, and in any case, I need to finish the mural. Then I might take over for my father. I see. Be careful that this mural does not become an idol for you, Magdalene. Just as Eve had a weaker will than Adam, you are liable to stumble on the fruit of temptation as well. Thanks, lady. Our community is quite modest compared to the splendor of an old Benedictine house operating under the rule of a powerful abbot. I see why fewer women are drawn to the order these days. Thank you for allowing me inside. You are most welcome, Magdalene. God bless you. Thanks, Gertrude. Ah, Magdalene, how did your little expedition go? Um, yeah, I mean, I am frustrated there's so little left of the old Abbey and Saints, but let's see. I learned about the poor Clares, not as much about the history. Do I say it? Like, these feel almost, I don't know, like your idea wasn't good enough, Gertrude. Um, I'm not sure what I learned, but I learned a lot from seeing the Abbey. I have a good idea what I'll depict in the mural now. But, sister, there's something I don't understand. The Abbey was so prosperous. Why did the monks rebuild it after the fire? What a task that would be. The chapel was beautiful. The stained glass always caught my eye in the mornings. There was a great deal of anger and sadness in Tassing that night. The abbot felt that the brothers and sisters were no longer welcome in Tassing and moved on. In truth, the abbey's dissolution was inevitable. Kearsall was running out of money and patrons. The riot and fire were simply a particularly awful and painful way to end the monastery. Did anything survive the fire? Some of the buildings are intact, but all are terribly overgrown. I haven't dared forage in the rubble. I doubt you'd find anything of help for your mural inside, other than charred wood and parchment. Might still be worth taking a look if I'm careful. I worry after you sometimes, Magdalene. I really do. Thank you for all your help, Sister Gertrude. You are most welcome, Magdalene. God bless you. Do I still have time to snoop in the Abbey? Because I think I would like to. Pet son of Mousefanger. Oh my god. And that looks like grandson of Mousefanger, maybe? Or perhaps just friend of son of Mousefanger. Oh, right, nothing in here. Okay, so how do I leave? Here's how I leave. Well, that was, I don't know. I did learn more about the founding of Kearsau. That illustration from the manuscript, the Mithraeum, it was like the one in the mine. That, I think, is the most interesting thing she got there. Is it part of the history of the Abbey of Tassing? It must be written down somewhere. If only the library hadn't burned down with everything in it. The ruins are right there. Maybe not everything was destroyed. Oh, you know it. You know I'm going to explore. Okay. Hopefully somebody doesn't try to kill us this time, too. My god, this is amazing. I wonder what it must have looked like before the fire. You know, I don't think I appreciated it enough. I would just run through here and, like, not really pay attention to the physical space. But it really was grand. Everything collapsed in the fire. I'll have to be careful climbing over this rubble to get past. Oh dear. Oh dear. Yeah, please be careful, Magdalene. She's going for it. Oh. Oh shit. Okay. Huh. Just don't get stuck somewhere you can't get back out, Magdalene, please. Whew, I love that little pause to take a breath. God damn it, what did I just say? Oh no, I can't get back up there. If I climb, it might collapse further. I'll have to find another way out. Okay, and I knew this would happen. I was so excited, though. I wanted to see it. I still want to see it. The tower. These vines? You're not going to climb the vines. Something left the old staircase. I guess I can't go this way. Those bells. Huh. Those vines go all the way to the top, though. They look sturdy enough to hold my weight. Well, there's no other way out. I hope I wasn't supposed to explore other places first. It kind of didn't look it. The aqueducts, the mill, the town, the church. It's pretty cool. I can see all of Tassing from here. I wonder if I can piece together the foundations of the abbey and find a way to get to the library. I bet I could get down this way. The roof looks pretty stable. Oh my god, here we go. I mean, it seems like she's being pretty brave, but also she doesn't have too many other choices here. And we're making progress. Yeah, here was the scriptorium. Oh, God. I remember when the library burned down. Oh, Magdalene, you were a kid. Dad told me I was just a baby, but I remember the flames coming out of the windows. So many people were screaming and running around. I cried myself to sleep that night. I haven't seen this place since then. Doesn't look like there's anything left inside. I suppose it was too much to hope for. Well, Magdalene, how are you going to get out of here? That is a good question. There are roses. These roses seem to have made the abbey their home. Glad something beautiful is still growing here. Maybe there will be something here in the cemetery. I mean, more roses, but I was kind of hoping like a gravestone or something. Huh. cloister. This place is a mess. How sad. It is. Yeah. The chapter house. Is there possibly anything in here? There is the mural, but that's different. Yeah, the old mural. It's worn, but I still see some of the figures. A dance of death? That doesn't look like how I remembered this mural. What? These figures look new. The paint can't be more than a few years old. Someone's been adding to this. Someone who stole brushes and paint pots from the convent? This feels wrong. Who would add new figures to the Dance of Death, and why? These look like people from town, from here. People who died. Yeah, this is Brother Guy, I think. That must be the Baron. That's Otto. Wait, is that? Or is that the Abbot? Someone's here. I mean, this does mean somebody else has been coming in here, right? Is this Andreas in the fire? I can't tell who that might be. Oh, geez. This is... Hello? Who are you? It's not what I was expecting to have happen here. Oh, God. Man, maybe that's Matthias and Caspar. But Caspar didn't die. But that's definitely the fire. Jeez. And that looks like the monk, like, writing in blood, you know? That's got to be Otto because he's got the saw and a green shirt. But, like... Is this the Baron? I can't tell if this one's supposed to be new. It's hard to see. Because this looks like, oh, somebody stabbed him in the back. But, like... Well, it just might mean that whoever the artist here is not necessarily the thread puller. Because they were happy the Baron died. They tried to get the Baron to die. The door. Whoever was watching me must have opened it. Huh. I don't like this. I think I've seen everything left in the Abbey. I want to get out of here. You know what? Agreed. When did it start snowing? That is a good question. But I think I am actually out of time now. So I'm going to stop here. And we will come back to this the next time. So thank you for watching. Bye.